Ventura, former Minnesota governor, with us. They killed our president. 63 reasons to believe there was a conspiracy to assassinate JFK. And hopefully it'll become a bestseller because people need to be woken up out there about the coup d'etat that took over our country. Governor, we were starting to get into war before we went to break, and I want to get back into war, but because we're on the subject of JFK with the 50th anniversary coming up, before we get back into war, I want to ask you here today, do you agree with me and others that this is when we really saw the shadow government begin its ongoing coup d'etat? For me, that's why this is historically so important. This is when our country really started to become a tyranny.
I agree completely. At least in my lifetime, granted, I was only 12 years old when this happened, but I agree, Alex, that it was the murder of John F. Kennedy. It was a coup d'etat. People in this country got to stop being in denial, and they got to start realizing that assassinations of presidents happen all the time through history, and generally there are always conspiracies. There's not one person that does it. And it's ridiculous in this country that every assassination that takes place in this country, it's always a lone nut. And it's always done to a person who stands for peace. John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, Martin Luther King, John Lennon. All four of them stood for what? Peace. Ending a war. Great transition into war, isn't it, Alex?
It's a perfect transition into war. You got cut off by the music, so I'd like you to recap and continue where you were going, Governor, with...
Wars are fought. I follow the teachings of Major General Smedley Butler, the two-time Congressional Medal of Honor winner. And he makes it very clear that wars are fought because someone's going to profit. Wars are done for profit. Certain people are going to make huge money, and they manipulate everything and force the hands and make these wars happen. They don't just happen